Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. This is the video that I never ever wanted to make this early, or ever in fact. We lost a great man, a great mentor, a great father, a great friend, indeed, a great teammate, a great best friend, and just a great guy in general. We all know about Coach Su's achievements on the hardwood, but I'm going to show you guys what he has achieved off the hardwood. We all know his undefeated season with San Beda, him snatching the MVP award, the finals MVP, and the Defensive Player of the Year, and the championship. But his achievement outside totally eclipsed his career, in my opinion. Because everybody keeps seeing Coach Su as the player. And I remember when I met him, and I was like shocked that I've never seen a guy that's 6'7" till I met Coach Su. And I remember the first training I ever met him. I'm like, "Do you play as an import or something?" He's like, "Yeah, I play as an import." I'm like, "Yo, sweet, that's cool." But he remembered when I was like 13, I was 4'7". I was really nervous. Like I thought this guy was like gonna squish me like sushi, make me run like 500 suicides and stuff. But no, he was a gentle giant, really cool guy. He's like that basketball big brother that you'd always wanted. And me and my teammates and my friends were lucky enough to have him as our coach and big brother. But I couldn't believe the news as soon as Tiebreaker went out. I never heard of Tiebreaker, honestly. Like, I only believe ABS-CBN Sports, Spin.ph, and ESPN. But I'd still refuse. But enough about his basketball career. I have to show you guys what he's achieved off the court. Now, as soon as he tore his ACL in college, since his type of play, like some sort of like a swingman Dwight Howard. You know Dwight Howard in 2012, he was that athletic. Like he'd put up every missed shot and every post move, he'd just slam it in and then shoot a couple. I mean, he became an overall player. As soon as his college career was over, he knew it was time for him to go off the hardwood and join Titan basketball. For him to join Coach Jeff Carrioso, my other coach that I train with in TBA, Titan Basketball Academy. And Coach Su was doing these little shoe reviews and how great the Jordan was. I remember he'd always tell me that Jordan was like the best shoe brand. And honestly, I actually believed him. I mean, I couldn't see him wear any other shoe except the Jordan 3 elephant prints. Man, like when you see that shoe, I always think that's Coach Su. That's Coach Su right there. I've seen many imports ever since I saw Coach Su for some reason, but none of them would wear the Jordan 3s like how Coach would, honestly. And I didn't realize that he's achieved so much outside the Philippines. I mean, yes, he hasn't played in major tournaments, the PBA, and many other leagues, but this guy has met the icons of basketball. You got Jalen Green, the next guy up, and currently the member of the G League Ignite team. You got several other NBA players like Ron Artest. You got my guy, Fear the Beard, James Harden. You got my guy, Spider Mitchell, Donovan Mitchell. You got Stephen Curry and Ricky Rubio. I mean, the fact that he met these players and bonded with these players, it was amazing. I never thought that a guy his caliber, like a Philippine import, would reach that far. I mean, honestly, let me tell you the story on how me and Coach Su met. The first time we met was when I was in the canteen. I was minding my own business, walking back to my seat after I got my food. And then I saw dang, there's a 6'7" guy. Like the whole lunchroom went quiet as soon as he arrived. They're like, yo,
So
there's
basically,
a
this
six
is
foot
what
seven dude
went
that just
down
came out.
and
I mean,
how
everybody's used
I
to the six
properly
brothers we
met
have.
him,
Like
but
I just ran into
nobody's
him in
used to
the
a 6'7"
cafeteria,
guy.
but this is what
But
really
when I ran
happened.
into him, he was like,
Alright.
"Yo,
So apparently
hi." I'm
he
like,
was
"Hi."
there
A
a
day
day
before
before
because
because
he
he
wasn't
my name's
available
Ari,
the
and I
next
asked him, "What's your
day
name?" I'm like,
since he had
I'm
some
Sue.
shoot
I'm
with
Sudan Daniel.
GMA.
I'm like,
so
oh my god.
our
You're
athletic
really tall.
director
It's
said,
like, "Yeah,
"Okay,
I'm an import."
did you
And
know
he
that our
keeps
tryouts
holding these
today?"
camps in
I'm like,
Reedley.
"Oh shoot,
They
like the
actually
summer
have
camp
to
that I'm
go to the
show you."
tryout.
And I didn't have my gear, so I was kind of panicking. And they only announced it close to dismissal. So I texted my parents. I'm like, "Can you guys get my basketball shoes and my gear, please?" And they're like, "Okay, fine. We'll grab your gear." And I thank my parents so much. Without them, I wouldn't have not played at all. Bruh, if I didn't ask my parents to get my gear, I wouldn't have played in leather shoes. I wouldn't have played with leather shoes. You think a guy can play basketball in Doc Martens? No, thank you. They're amazing shoes, but not for basketball. I mean, I didn't realize that Coach Sue was so kind. He was so funny. And he was just a guy that you'd always want to talk to. So as soon as our first training was done, I realized that this guy helped me. When I was placing the balls away, Coach Sue actually helped me like place the balls back. But he was shooting this little clip, like this like little 360 cool clip, like what I showed you guys a while ago. I was shooting in my end. I was struggling. You know, I was a 4'7" guy that couldn't shoot, but I could rebound. I could hustle on defense, but I couldn't do anything during that time. So he helped me. Realizing this guy was Vidar from Encantadia. This guy was doing so much off-court stuff. He had the MPBL with his boy Mike Swift. And this guy was just the busiest man that I ever like known. Like I've never seen a guy so organized, so kind, so funny, and he loves kids. Like, man, this is why I really liked him. Because training people like this guy here, Arnav, like almost every Saturday in his house or in Cary, these guys were best friends, and I just loved that. Meanwhile, on the other end, since Coach Sue told me that he should train with Seth and Zuri, the best players of the team, we had these little Saturday trainings in Cary, and I remember I was the guy who shot the lob and stuff. So that's what happened. As soon as we placed all the balls away, like I had my own ball. The reason why I was still there, the was that again? The tryouts actually ended 6:30 in the evening, and the tryouts started at 4. And me and coach were still there, and coach was noticing that I was struggling, and he helped me with my shot. Like we went to the side where he was shooting his 360 promo, and he helped me with my shot. And many of my friends saw that he placed me in the story that, and he also tagged me that, oh, look at Ari, his shot looks way better now. His jump shot looks way better now. And I was very happy. And then he said to me, you know the best players that you went against a while ago? You know your class. What grade are you? And I said I'm grade 9. Are you Seth Kimball's classmate? I'm like, yeah, I'm classmates with that guy. Yeah, by the way, I train Seth and Zuri and Kazuma. Like, what? I was like, what? You train the best players? I'm like, yeah. You know, Seth wasn't Seth without me, you know? I'm like, okay. I want you to be Ari. I don't want you to be Seth. I don't want you to be Sudan. I want you to just be you. And I never heard this from a guy. I mean, he wanted me to improve on the court and off the court. I mean, he helped me through the rough times. Most especially when my grandfather passed away, I wanted to quit basketball. But he told me, You have so much talent. You work so hard, and I don't want you to waste your talent. And I was like, you know what? I'm not giving up. Even though I was getting my ass kicked by Seth and Zuri, since I didn't know what to do during those Saturdays. In the Saturdays, he'd make us do some strength and conditioning, some dribble drills, handles, and then he'd make us do King of the Court. So I'd always try against Seth and Zuri, but after that, I got the wind blown out of me. Like, I couldn't guard Seth or Zuri since they were way faster than me. I couldn't guard Kazuma since he had more experience than me. And then Coach Su says, just because you got beaten by these guys doesn't mean you have to be intimidated. You should make these guys your friends. And I think that, yes, you may suffer now, but you're going to eventually get better later. And I'm like, okay, coach, I'll go ahead. Let's do this. And I wish that I could train with him one more time. I mean, Saturdays were the most, like fun Saturdays I've had in my life. Not discounting all the family gatherings I've had, but this guy literally broke the barrier between coach and player. And I'm gonna miss him a lot. This guy has inspired thousands and millions of people on and off the court. The Sanbedans, the people who trained with Coach Su, me as most especially, and everybody that he touched. He has this way of touching you without physically touching you, and I felt that. Like what Kobe did for us, that's what Coach did for me and my peers. I'm gonna miss him a lot. The last time I talked to him was the day before. I remember like, yo, coach, can you give me your PSN so we can play PlayStation? He's like, yeah, sure, I'll give it to you in a bit. Let me get back to my house first. I'm like, all right, fine. But I miss this guy. I miss all the amazing NBA Chinese discussions about how he liked basketball. Cause he literally gave me the player, not only the player mentality, improved me as a person. This guy did so much for everybody he touched. I can't even describe the words that how hard he affected me. I'm running out of words, honestly. I'm just still in shock that I lost my best friend. I lost my coach. But yes, we all have lost him, but he is not truly lost. He'll be with us for the rest of our lives, and his influence will pulse through us forever. He'll be in a better place now. He'll be watching up there for everybody. For you, for me, for my peers, and everybody that he touched. And now, he can play with Gianna, he can play with Kobe for the rest of eternity. And I honestly think he's watching us right now. And I believe that. And Coach Su, thank you so much. Without you, bro, I would have not made a YouTube channel. I would have been depressed. I would have been a lot of things, but you are really the Superman. You not only saved me, but you saved thousands of people that you touched. That's why I believe that you are a Superman. Not only on the court, but off the court. You saved me so much negativity, and you asked nothing in return. And I'm gonna miss the moments that we talk about life. The moments on telling me not to give up, to be as best as you can be. This hurts, man. This hurts. This hurts so badly. It does hurt so badly. But don't worry. I'll try my best to hold my team together. I'll make you proud. We're all gonna make you proud. You might not be here with us right now, but I can still feel your energy. I can still feel your positivity. I could still hear you in my mind. I could just still hear you in everything I do. All you wanted was for people to believe in me when the times that when people would underappreciate me and not treat me like a person as more of an object, you were there for me. And I thank you, man. The time that we spent together was unmatched. I honestly, like, when you left, I can't, I just can't, man. I just can't. I miss you so much. And I hope you're watching right now. Don't worry, I'm not gonna give up on basketball. I owe that to you. You have you have placed in so much effort to not only help me, you helped Zuri, you helped Seth, you helped Kazuma, you helped everybody that you can, and ask nothing in return. And don't worry, I'll never forget you and the lessons you taught me, and you taught everybody. We, as people of basketball here in the Philippines, are so blessed to have a guy like you. A guy that inspires on and off the court and just looks at life beyond the hardwood. I'm gonna miss all the times that we trained. I'm gonna miss all the times we had meals together. It was just you, me, Kazuma, Rico, Seth, and Zuri. I'm gonna miss that. But I know at the end of the day, you never want us to be upset. You always wanted us to have a positive mindset. And that's the best thing that you ever taught me. Never give up on your dreams. And always give 110% towards anything we tackle in life. And always keep your head up, even though the situation ain't good. All the little kinks and lessons I learned from you from basketball, from my shooting form, how I dribble, how I shoot, every shot that I take and I make. And just know, coach, that it's for you. And don't worry, man. I'll glue my team together no matter what. Okay? And I always know that unity is such an important thing for you. Unity, kindness, and courage. And guys, I guess that's today's video. Thank you for watching. See you guys next week. Rest easy, coach. See you next year.